Oh, yeah. There it is.
Two Dads, One Dut. The Hot Takes Podcast 2D, 1D.
Up in your butt.
Oh, yeah. We're at episode 42, people. This one, I know, is probably the best part of some of your guys'. It's the titles. It's the Snorlax episode.
Every day at work, I do it.
So...
Didn't want to go Jackie Robinson?
that was my initial thought. I'm like, it's 42. You have to do it.
42.
But he's like, nope, we're going to go Snorlax.
Too obvious. We're going with a Pokemon.
And for that, I had no idea that's what that was. I just assumed you were making some play on a
Huge. So imagine if Fat Bastard was a Pokemon. That's what a Snorlax is.
Okay. So this week's top 3 is going to be best time / locations to nap or sleep, hence the title. So, but before we get into that, we all know what we're going to do here. We're going to tell you who this podcast is brought to you by.
2D 1D is brought to you by MVP Lanes, where everyone is an MVP. They rack 'em, you smack 'em. Your classic bowling facility, freshly remodeled inside. You can find Bruner's Pub, home of the Fort Wayne's first bottoms up system. Collect 10 Bruner's Pub magnets. Get the next beer for free. Free fresh lunch menu, always being redone. Keeping you on your toes. Also, you can collect 10 lunch things in a row. Get a punch card. 11th lunch is also on the house. MVP Lanes, Bruner's Pub. Without further ado.
We good?
Yeah. The intros, man. Intros and ads, they're tough.
You know it.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Dad's One Dut, the Hot Takes Podcast. As always, I am your one dut, Justin Dutteroy.
I am your one dad, Trav Dad. Camera time. Oh, yeah, baby.
I love that you say you're the one dad, but it's
two dads. Yep.
Jeez.
One of
You're not
said
even like
dads.
the actual real dad.
Maybe.
It's okay. I am the real dad, Brandon Skurdad Brenner.
Boom. So, actually, before we get started, it's not even house cleaning. It's just random thoughts, I guess you could say.
Love random thoughts.
Well, it's 50% being upset with you, and then
fair.
the
What's
other
the other 50?
The other 50 is being mad at just anybody that didn't explain TikTok to me better. So hear me out. I put them set. People haven't been selling things better to me. So Skur did not sell Seinfeld to me correctly at all. He's just like, dude, it's a funny show, man. You should watch it. I'm like, it looks trash.
Well, hold on. I'm going to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
And I know this is your thought only because...
Only this.
Because I've had this exact conversation with you many of times where I'm like, hey, watch this show, and you're just like, oh, whatever. And then you turn out to watch it, and you really enjoy it. Or you just don't take my word for it. So I'm not going to give you this massive sell because it's like, you're either going to A, watch it and not even acknowledge that. It's like, dude, I put you onto this, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, brother, you're getting way ahead of yourself. So with Seinfeld...
I didn't tell you to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
You didn't explain it in the aspect of just like, hey, this is literally a guy named Jerry and his friends, and he just questions everyday shit that people do and how stupid it is.
That's not how you explain Seinfeld.
It's a show about nothing.
Thank
That's how
you.
you explain Seinfeld.
And that's what I said to the T.
And I needed a little bit more.
It's a show about nothing.
Just
That's
a
how
wee
you
bit
sell.
more. Well, so then on top
you
of that...
needed the butler? He gets in a crash?
No.
You can't do the insurance? He becomes your butler?
Right.
The other flip of the coin with TikTok is I just always thought it was like teeny bopper BS and like mindless nonsense, which it is.
Do you love TikTok now?
No, I love it in the sense of...
What's your username?
No, it's Travi Jenke. It's where you find music. Like music's one of the most prevalent things. So like I hear a bunch of new music to the point where I'll go try to find it on Spotify.
Yeah.
And it's not even there yet because the artist is so the artist is so new. And I'm like, hey, dance with me. And I'm like, well, this fucking damn it. How much else have I missed out on? Which I would argue TikTok is 90% bullshit, like Training Day. He's like, it's 90% bullshit, but it entertains me. You won't let it entertain me, so you entertain me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis likes TikTok. All right.
Anyways, I'm upset. I need people to sell things better. Like, it's not...
But
That's
I
on you. The
sold
whole
you
entire world was on TikTok. The whole entire country is on Seinfeld.
And Seinfeld, right?
I don't get it. I needed more.
Oh my
Are
god.
you going to give Always Sunny a chance now?
I've watched that a little bit. It's one of those, if you stop, though, you just can't get back. Like, you don't jump right back into it, and it's tough.
It's not tough.
It's not tough.
Anyways, okay, so worst and the best, per usual, the tried and true tradition.
Do you have any house cleaning?
No, that was it. Random thoughts.
All right, what you said before house cleaning.
No,
Just reading it.
instead of house cleaning, it's random thoughts. Yeah, so we're going to get the PVOs. We're going to shoot them straight into the ground so that way we can shoot them sky high, SpaceX style,
Hello.
baby.
Go ahead and go first because we're going to go around here.
I will. Here.
How many do you have?
2.
Of
So,
course.
my worst, and we've talked about it before as a societal topic episode, I'm pretty sure. It's the sense of entitlement people. So 2 of them happened over the weekend, just the stretch of work before having a day off. The one lady kind of made me realize a very interesting thing. When you get so set in your ways kind of with work or anything, rarely do people challenge you, and it's almost kind of fun, and then you almost get this sense of fear, like, do I know anything? Like, do I actually know my job? And she comes in and she goes, yeah, so my phone doesn't work. Can't call, can't get on the internet, can't do nothing. And I'm like, oh, let me see. And she had first started with, like, there's an issue in my area. And I'm like, oh, it happens. It's common. You know, mark the spot, blah, blah, blah. Some tech will come out there. No, they won't. And we'll look at it. Yeah. And I was like, okay, let me see your phone. She has her cellular data turned off. And I'm like, well, sweetie, this thing's damn near a fucking paperweight if you don't have your cellular data on. And to anybody that's, you know, ignorant to the cell phone world, as, you know, Skirt Dad and I are our profession, you can still call and text people. It makes it like a glorified basic phone. But anymore, you need cellular data to do like 99% of anything on a phone. Like, so she was just coming at me.
You mean to tell me calling and texting is only 1% of what my phone
I was like,
does?
99's a big stretch there, bud. Come on.
But I'm just like, lady, I don't think you understand. Like, I get that you're turning this off out of like principle or some weird nonsense, but you need it to be on. And she was acting like, I've never had it on ever in my life. And I'm like, well, your iPhone hasn't worked right then. And I know that for a fact. Like,
You don't know shit.
nobody knows anything. So that was the one lady. And then we had another one who...
Wait, so did she turn it on? Don't leave me in suspense.
Oh, yeah. She turned it on. It worked. Everything was fine. I was like, shocker. But it was one of those, like...
99%.
She was waiting. She was the lady looking for a fight, waiting for me to agree with her and be like, you're right. 6 towers blew up around your house. It's some fucking nonsense. It's mayhem over there. I don't know what happened. Like, Russia, who knows?
First tower went down.
Independence Day 2.
Then the second tower.
She'll stay afloat with the first 4 towers down, but not 5. Not 5. But no, and so then the second lady, because I fixed it, she was still pissed. She left. It's like, whatever. But the second lady, she comes in and she has to wait. And
What
so
was she wearing?
Mom jeans.
doesn't matter. And she, you know, sometimes we get very busy and you have to wait. Like we talked about, you need to be in the foxhole with the other people and just understand you want help, you need to wait. And you'll eventually get it. You're there.
Yes, I know this one. This one's good.
Yeah. So she's waiting. And again, we check everybody in. We make sure there's a line. And I don't know if anybody else has the same sense or like just awareness of, yes, you'll have like crippling anxiety to begin with, but you kind of just take a breather and you realize like everybody deserves their day in court. Like if you came in to get help, just because 6 people behind you are waiting doesn't mean I should rush any other person, or else everybody's just going to leave pissed.
Yeah.
This lady didn't give a shit. So she comes in and after waiting for what maybe was 25 minutes goes, excuse me, I've been waiting for an hour. This is unacceptable. I need compensated. And our manager, bless her heart, she just goes, okay, well, I'm not going to do that, but, you know, I am sorry. Like, you know, you're coming up next. Like,
There's the door.
Well, and she literally just kept, and I love, too, when the people that are like this keep it very low, whisper a lot, when really they're just so, you're that pissed, but you don't want anybody else to know that you're just a jerk. And she's like, this is unacceptable. I need compensated. And she's like, again, I cannot do this for you. Like, I don't know what you want from me or us. We'll gladly help you when it's your turn, but it is what it is. That same lady proceeded to show up for the next 3 days straight because she was just, I need my hand held through this entire process. And for me, it goes into I find it very ironic when it's like big box corporate stores. Everybody hates when they're busy. But if a local business, shout out local businesses, are busy, it's fucking awesome. Oh, it's popping. They're great. They're doing awesome. They're making so much money. I love that you guys are busy. 3-hour wait at the deck. I love it. That's awesome.
Shout out to the deck.
Yeah.
Shout out the deck.
Yeah. Shout out Purple Hazes. But it's like
Possible sponsor.
dun 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 air horn. But yeah, like I don't get it. So to me, I just find it like it's a very interesting dynamic.
She sucks.
Yeah, she's a horrible person. I don't like her.
The lady?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then-
don't know her name, but it doesn't matter.
So all that to say, that was my first worst. It's just
That was the first?
entitlement.
What?
Yeah, people that feel entitled. But second one, and this one, we're gonna get real
That
close.
was a breather, dude.
Scooters are back, and they fucking suck. I'm pissed. There were so many.
Tragic.
Dude, I don't mind if you're on these bitches and you're riding around, you're getting it, and you're just using them as they should. But when you're the guy that's zooming around and you got one leg hanging off, you're like bending all the way to the ground, like you got your fucking toddler child strapped to the back of you or something, and you're still just bobbing and weaving in traffic, you deserve to be hit. Not your toddler, but like you need smoked to the degree
100%.
of injury and then lesson learned. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh no, we were leaving.
Rant over.
We were leaving the Tom Segura concert, and I tell you, 2,500 people left the embassy at the exact same time.
2,500 scooters.
Every single one of those persons was a piece of shit. And I tell you, they just stood in the middle of Washington and just stopped traffic. It was just like, well, what do you guys want to do? You want to go to O'Reilly's? Oh, I think it's closed. It's midnight. You want to go over here? There's people are in their cars like,
Just mobs.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Just
And
floor
then-
it. Just
yeah.
take out just
And
rows
then they
of
walked
people.
over to the Grand Wayne Center and was like, let's get on all these 100 scooters, all 100 of us. And we'll
go the wrong way down a runway.
Oh, definitely wrong way down Jefferson. Checulates.
Something needs to be done. The later the hour it gets downtown, the more they start going in the roads backwards. I think there's a gang.
No, I think if I had money and a lot of it,
Yeah. What would you do?
I would hire out Clinton Barton just to sit on top
Hawkeye
of the
those
grid.
bitches.
Hawkeye. And just, not even the person, just hit the front wheel.
Oh.
So it just dies.
And they tumble?
And they just fly.
That tumble
over it.
hurts. I have
yeah.
proof.
Oh,
That.
because you're on concrete every time.
Yeah, I went flying.
But
Hurts.
I would put it under the preference that, hey, only do this to the people that are being egregious on these.
Which is basically anybody that's on one.
Correct.
So, yes, please do that, Clinton. Thank you.
Unlimited quiver
Yeah.
in the arrows in the quiver.
We'll email Jeremy Renner. But yeah, so that's my worst.
It's a good worst.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, go ahead, Skidad.
Okay, so mine.
Yes, fire away.
Yes, my child had her last soccer game on Saturday.
Piper, shout her out.
Piper, shout her out. You played good. Second half. First half they were.
Backhand compliment?
No,
Question
it's
mark?
not even a compliment at all.
Oh.
She.
It's his worst.
Right.
Ah.
And they were playing like a better team. I mean, the girls were bigger. I feel like they had played together for a
Faster,
longer
stronger.
time. I mean, I think they had 7 goals in the first half. But
Hello, over.
yeah, and she was playing, midfield, and she was a striker, and she was just kind of standing around. And
Oh, you can't lollygag, not on the court.
no,
Feel
and
on
I'm
the
just like,
pitch.
hey, you gotta float, you gotta do your stuff, and then my wife
My wife!
was just losing it. She was just like, I can't even watch her. Like, this is driving me nuts.
Unacceptable Brenner behavior.
Right. And I'm just like, is this just going to be the next however many years I go to sporting events where it's
Oh, you
like,
know it.
if she doesn't step up,
Step
I'm
Up,
already
great movie,
thinking
great
that, like,
movie.
no, it's not.
You're the good cop.
Right.
Jeremy's bad cop.
Because she already said, she goes, as soon as it's done, I'm going to have to talk to her. I was like, well, let's not go crazy.
Yeah.
And in the second half, again, she got more mobile. She was in the game. She just did this. And I just think it's one of those classics. Got a little intimidated. You didn't know what was going on. Ball wasn't coming your way, so you're just kind of standing around, which can happen in soccer.
Ball don't lie.
But I was just like,
Did she score in the second half?
no, she didn't.
Did the team score?
I think it was like 8-2, maybe. It was pretty bad.
Won the second half.
Oh yes, played the second half much better.
They
But-
put in everybody's little sisters.
God, bloodbath,
But
brother.
it was tough.
You ever
Sheesh.
thought of a ladybug situation?
Yes,
Good
Bring in
God.
the Italians.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right, Dutsky, El Dute.
Yeah. My worst is probably just construction, man. It's so fucking bad.
I hear that. I
It's
don't
the
even know where I
worst, dude.
parked on the way here.
Oh yeah, it's right up the street.
Tried to drive to MVP, lake's closed. I was like, guess I haven't been here in a while. Try to turn on your street. you can go to the alley. And I was
Yeah.
like, I hope they're talking about the same alley because I'm turning in.
Right.
Did you pull at the gas station MVP? Like, did you like walk?
Oh,
through
so no, so like
because I haven't been there in
I took
probably a
Lake
couple
and it's
weeks.
fine.
Lake is fine, but you can't turn onto Lake. So you can go from
Coliseum.
Lake to Coliseum, but you can't go from Coliseum to Lake.
Right,
That's
it's like
that
if you're
whole
driving down
right.
Coliseum like I am, and like I normally turn right onto Lake real quick to get into MVP,
like your
Interesting.
lane's open, but the other side's closed.
you have to turn
Okay.
into the gas station, kind of like wiggle your way through. Right? Is that still a thing?
I didn't try it. I turned into the liquor store, and then I saw no oncoming traffic was coming,
You just said-
so I just drove on the wrong side of the road and then just turned into
Have to.
MVP.
Have
Nice.
to.
And I was
There you
like, "Whoop, all right. But then
Okay.
it's like right in front of the GE building now. They
Oh, it's-
have the stop-start guy
Yep.
who's just out there, and he's like,
Those are the
"Nah."
best. Those are the
So
absolute
it
best.
goes like all the way from Taylor Street to Jefferson.
Yeah.
There's a dude at Jefferson. There's a dude like right at Taylor, and he's like,
They just have the walkies too. They're like,
"Hey,
you ready?
Who was
Yep.
the last car?"
Switch it
Okay.
around. Switch it.
And then you see like 12 minutes later that traffic finally comes, and you're like, "Oh, all right."
It's about time. We're about to move. Okay, so you didn't have that bad of a week.
It wasn't that bad.
I love
I'm
it.
not gonna lie.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess mine wasn't, but it was. You know what I mean?
You were pretty annoyed, man. Your stories were.
Listen, okay, best. All right, I'll go first. So, my best. It was
My best.
helping out my fellow brethren, Dad.
Okay.
There are some quotas, if you will, that we have to hit, and humble brag. I basically, Saturday, we both had to work, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking get one. And
You're gonna get a quota.
I sold a unit, and I put it under Dad's name.
My
And I
unit.
needed said unit, so it was a team
Yeah.
effort there.
Huge win. Also, little slight
Manager, you listen to this?
best
Square
one.
didn't hit his quota.
Best 1.5. It's Top Gun week. Top Gun 2, baby.
TBG2.
Thursday night. Yeah. So that's my best.
So my best happened right before this podcast.
Hello.
Like I said season was over last Saturday, but they had
Okay.
kind of awards night tonight, and they had parent versus kids night on the old soccer pitch.
Ooh, did Tierney go out there, or did you go out there, or both?
I did,
Nice.
I bet that was brutal.
and it was kind of fun because
Sweat fest.
we didn't
Piper
have
nutmegged him.
we didn't have quite enough adults, so there was
Mojo.
probably 1, 2, 3. I think there was 3 like sons of the parents that played, and they were probably anywhere from like 13 to probably 16.
Okay.
Feels like cheating.
And yeah, and the girls are 9 and 10.
Yeah.
And for probably the first like 20 minutes, you could tell they're like, "We're gonna show you what's up."
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta kind of know the room, guys. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
It's,
And
you don't need to look cool right here. Like,
Correct.
Nobody cares.
no.
Yeah.
And even though going into it, like even some of the parents were like, "Yeah, some of these parents take it like real serious," and I'm like, "Wait, one, you just can't do that."
Get fucked.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just,
Not
I mean,
me.
it was just really fun to be out there. I was just playing, and I mean, I haven't played soccer in years, but just going around there. And again, like when I got the ball,
Under the bar, not over.
correct. Like
Yeah.
I would do like a little move or two, not really look where I'm passing it. If it was
Right.
my teammate, great. If not, oh.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know this is my best, and I'm kind of complaining about it, but I had a really good time, and that was
Oh,
the best
yeah.
part about it. But I think in these types of situations, when you're always in these like one-off type games, nobody really knows the right intensity to play.
Oh,
and
nobody does.
And I
No.
think it is like a skill. Like you have to kind of know where the lane is to be like, I'm either going way too hard,
You
or I have
navigate-
no
yeah.
business being out here because I'm just taking up space.
You navigate through it, and I feel like as an adult, you should just know and learn that, like, a 13 to 16-year-old kid, if he schools you and scores a goal, is probably going to talk the shit to where you want to punch him in the face. But you just have to know that it's like, I'm an adult.
Right, like
don't
I, know
care.
that, I knew the
13 and
guys, like they
16-year-old?
didn't know any better. Like this is what they do. Like they also play soccer, so they're going to
Yeah.
go out and try to show. But it's like you're playing against 9 and 10-year-old girls.
I was gonna say the 13 and 16-year-old was on your team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Correct.
it's like you pass them the ball, and they just go fucking...
Oh sure.
Oh, that's
There's-
what I'd have done all
Mess-
day.
yes.
I'm just giving it to the 13-year-old. Like 16-year-old, you're a little too big for this. 13-year-old, do some work.
Right, okay, I see.
Because
what you're saying.
literally by the end of it, I'm like, I just kind of want to change teams and just be like, all right, it's me and the 9 girls versus you, and let's just go crazy.
Underdogs. David and Goliath, baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
But I had a great time. Loved it. Played with my
Score a
kid.
goal.
No.
Goalie.
Dang.
First
Brenner
5
family gets shut
Oh!
out for the weekend.
First 5 minutes of the game, though, had a no-look assist that led to a goal. Little back heel pass, not even looking.
Okay.
I mean,
Whoop-de-doo,
goals.
Hockey assist.
Basil.
Little hockey assist, I guess.
Sheesh.
No, that's just an absolute assist. I tell my child, hey, assist is just as good of a goal. It led to a score.
We must move on. Duh.
They're not.
They absolutely
There's not a
are.
balloon Dior for assisting.
What's your best? Hell yeah, brother.
So one of the barbers in the shop's having a kid next month.
Happy
so
kid.
We got to go down for baby shower.
Nice.
And they're Latino, so the food was phenomenal.
Where'd you go down
Right at
to?
the gate, Marion.
El
Just for Marion.
Fuego.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It was so much food. So many drinks.
Did they? Because I know it's like the
Topo Chicos?
Dude, it was like a crazy... He had like a... Got it catered. Got it like huge tent rented out.
yeah,
Got a DJ. It was weird.
dude.
It
If they're
was
like
rocking.
yeah, like
It
their
was
culture
rocking.
goes hard for that stuff. Like, and did they go really late into the night too?
I don't know. We left.
Oh, did you? Because I know that's like
we-
usually
I mean, it started.
Well-
It started at 2, and I think we left at like 7.
because they usually do. It's like it's tradition or their cult. Like
Yeah.
they love it. Stays up late. You dance. You
Uh-huh.
fuck. Yeah, you get
I
after
imagine
it.
They did.
Yeah.
And they got after it.
Nice.
I was like, well, I
Good
got to
shit.
drive home. It's Sunday, and it was on a Sunday, so it was like
Yeah.
barbers. We didn't
Oh,
have to
that's
work. but,
that's
like,
what you
Molly
guys
had
did.
to work.
Okay, yeah, I got
So,
you.
like Molly had to work, so I was like,
Yeah.
well, we should probably head out. And then it was like a mixture of like
To go plate.
either you were I tried like super hot or then like super cold,
Yeah.
and I was like, ew.
Right now I'm super hot in this room.
It was like the windiest it had ever been.
Yeah. Oh.
Everybody was like trying to eat, and it was like rice flying everywhere.
All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Worse than the best. Boom. There we go.
Boom, done.
Done. Segment change. Boom. Do it.
Today.
We're back.
We're back.
There it is. Okay. Thank you.
We're so fucking back.
Okay. So we have top 3 something this week. It is top 3 best nap times and/or locations brought to you by Elite Window Cleaning, residential or commercial. Set up a reoccurring schedule, weekly or bi-weekly. Hit up their website,
Bi-weekly.
Elite Window Cleaning, FW.com. Request a free quote, Elite Window Cleaning.
Quote.
So, this for me is near and dear to my heart. I take one just about every day at work. So,
So is that in your top 3?
no.
Because again, it is naps, it is sleeps, it is locations, anything top 3 that has to do with
Eyes being
snoozing.
closed.
Yes.
Man,
Heading
that's
off,
too much.
heading off
That's
into
too broad.
La La Land.
That's too broad.
Do you want me to go first, or would you like me to go last?
Go first. You're in it, dude.
Okay.
It's near and
Since
dear
it's
to your
near
heart,
and dear to
bro.
your heart.
In my bag. No, I wrote here like it all stemmed for me from that really interesting, like some kid that went to an Ivy League school basically like broke the norm, if you will, about
Oh, the 15
taking like
minutes like every hour. Just
takes like 3 naps a day or something versus sleeping so he could study more and like get like 4 PhDs in like 1 semester or something. It's pretty wild, but
Hasn't spoken to a human in the last 10 years.
doesn't need to.
I mean, he probably does now.
Oh, his bank account's just a phone number, but
He
no.
actually killed himself, sleep deprived. Read up on it.
Yes.
Plot twist. Okay, so
Naps suck.
my bronze is
My bro.
the sleep through your entire flight nap.
Okay.
That is, it's
I've never done it.
you need to,
No, I take that back.
you need to try it because although I will admit I've never figured out the like take an Ambien or like a fucking Prozac, whatever you take before to like knock you out and like time it. I've never wanted to risk and try that. But I put here, hot take. Is it one of the biggest high risk, high rewards not picking your seats for the flights?
Yes.
Has to be, right?
Depending on the flight.
Because
If it's a long flight and you don't pick your seat, you're an idiot.
yeah, if I don't have a window, I cannot sleep.
Well, how you
gotta pay
fly
the
it?
extra kashish
I mean, is
for
it
the exit row.
like
Yeah.
individually, family oriented? Because like if it were just me,
It's usually solo.
I would never pay for my seat.
Oh,
Doesn't
I never
fucking
did.
matter.
I just don't. I think it's principle. I don't want them to take any more of my money. It's like you.
Right. Like when I go with my kids, though, it's like, okay, I need 3 over here and then the other person the same. Like if it was just me, no. What do I need a seat for?
Because then you get the
Guys.
middle
So
seat
you
like
get
4
the-
flights in a
yeah.
row, and it's
You need the window or the aisle, preferably window, and emergency exit row. For
Uh,
the leg
well, I
room. For the
mean-
leg room. Maybe not you.
I've tried to master taking
One
the,
guy sitting like this.
taking the nap on the pull-out tray, and it's just tough. Like you either find
That guy sucks.
a groove or you
Dude,
don't.
you got to do the life hack. The neck pillow goes in the front.
Right.
And
Come
you
on.
just-
Everybody knows that. If you just
Sleep
put your
like
head
that.
on the tray.
Maybe this is a hot take. I think neck pillows they're the most they're cringe to me.
You got to get the right.
So was the
you
guy
gotta
putting
get
his head on the fucking snack tray.
Yeah.
It's like falling asleep in high school at a desk. Who cares?
Yeah, except
Let me
You're not in high
pass.
school. You're on a plane.
Who cares?
You try to sleep like this.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's not sleeping
No.
on a desk.
But then I did put here, so last thing, and I made him quick this time. I feel like I'm doing a better job of this.
All right.
When you take a
For each one's head, addendum A and B.
Yeah.
no, so I put taking naps on an airplane is almost like time travel.
No.
It's,
You know-
it's teleportation.
That's yes,
That's
the
it
word-
is
that's
a
what
T
you're
word.
looking for.
Uh huh.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not time
That's what
travel.
you're looking for.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
You fall asleep and then you wake up and they're like, "Sir, can you put this up? We're almost about to land.
You're
Wheels
like,
are
"Fuck
down."
yeah,
I'm
we
like,
are."
Yeah. I did it one time.
Nice. That's what she said.
And you loved it?
I did, yes, because
Yeah.
time was gone. And
Yeah.
to this day, I'm surprised they let me on the flight.
Nice.
Did what?
He was in party mode, dude.
I was literally going to spring break, and we were flying to Florida.
Yeah.
We had a connected flight. I don't know if we flew from Fort Wayne to Chicago or Indy, Chicago, something like that. But for most people that know me, early on, I did not like flying at all. I just hated it, hated heights, the whole thing.
Sure.
So I tried to stay up the entire night so I could fall asleep on the plane. Well, I didn't stay up all night because I
Bold
just couldn't, but I was
strategy, Cotton.
just drunk. And then I woke up after like 2 hours of sleep to continue to drink, and I got on the plane.
Oh,
As soon as I got on, shut the window next to me, put my hood up.
done.
Didn't even realize at the time that the stewards were like, "Sir, I need you to put your window up." And by the grace of God,
I
my
think
bu-
that's such a suggestion and not a rule. I don't understand that.
Dude, if you're on the tarmac, you're supposed to close the window.
Oh, the
'Cause
last
the
two
air-
flights I've been on, they
'cause
said
the-
you have to have it open.
What? The AC's
See?
not on until you get up in the air.
Yeah.
So you're just beaming sun
Yes.
in there and a metal tube just cooking, dude.
Bake 'em.
Close that fucking thing.
But so I just must have out of reflex just shut it because my eyes were closed. Next thing I know, an hour later, I'm in another place. The plane is landing. And my buddy's like, "Dude, we're going." And I'm like, "Oh, all right,
All
we're
right.
there."
Hell yeah, brother.
But
Nice.
yeah.
Okay. That's my bronze.
teleportation.
Yeah, teleporting on an airplane. Yeah. Who
All
wants to go
right.
next?
Here you go.
I got it.
All right.
Boom. Take us.
So mine is usually a Sunday tradition, and it's the hangover second sleep.
Oh.
The most crucial sleep, if
Those-
you think about it.
What's the first sleep?
So that's when you pass out drunk.
Okay, so we're assuming.
That's the first sleep.
So
you're
we're
getting
assuming this
zero.
is Saturday night. Let's say 2
Yeah.
a.m.
Yeah. You fall asleep, but you're too drunk. You're not getting any REM sleep. You're just
REM.
sitting there. That's rapid eye movement. It's where you dream. You don't dream. So it's very it's not even like cognitive sleep. It does nothing for your body.
Okay, so let's play
So
this
then you
out.
wake
That's
up.
interesting.
Two,
Okay.
2:30 in the morning. You pass out.
I wake up at like 5:36.
Really?
Hot. Yeah, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Like I'm so hot. Go
6
pee,
gallons of water.
Chug as much water as I can. Pop like 3 Tylenol.
Or from the other pod, the beer you drink, the worst beers,
that's the one where you can't get the second sleep, where you wake up and you just gotta go.
because
Yeah.
you're trying to fix the hangover.
Yeah.
So you're not doing that here.
That's
You're
when
just-
you want to go into like a casual Sunday fun day, maybe party mode.
Yeah.
This is just straight. We're trying to fix the
Yeah.
wrong.
We gotta fix it. We gotta overcorrect.
Yeah.
So then you just chug as much water as you can, pop like 3 Tylenol, fall back asleep.
And
And when you wake
pray.
up, man, you feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You feel pretty good.
So if
if
you
you could-
pass
if
out
you
at
could-
2, you wake up at 5 or 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
There
if
are-
you could throw a vomit in there too in the morning, you get that nasty
Little fingers down
What
the
a nice
throat.
little cocktail. You know, Tylenol puke.
But it's that second sleep.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like
good
it.
one.
Okay, nice.
All right.
Your bronze. Screw it.
So my bronze, this doesn't necessarily involve a nap, as it does more so sleep.
Okay.
And this might be a hot button issue here because some people hate them. Mine's just hotel sleep. I love sleeping in a hotel bed.
Ooh.
Things are made. And don't get me wrong, I would imagine the majority of hotel beds that I sleep in, I've probably been indulging a little bit. I'm usually at a function or a concert or something.
Right.
So it's easier to go to bed. But it's just like, you just go there. You generally don't have the same worries as you do day to day. You just put your head on the pillow and you're just done. It's just an easy sleep.
Depends, man. Because like,
I'm not doing the whole bed bugs. Like I don't think all that shit.
No, that's
right. So it's just like I just
I
go
crawl
there
under.
at the La Quinta Inn. I don't care.
Right.
Like
you put
the
your head
pillows
down.
sometimes are trash. I don't know.
I think what you're getting confused
I'm a
with
big comforter,
is
not a quilt person.
the essence, the feng shui, the ambiance that a hotel brings to you is what you love. You don't love the hotel sleep itself.
You love that the AC goes down to negative
52.
That's a part of the sleep, though. It's the whole thing.
It's not the hotel. It's the essence. It's the chair with the Joey and Chandler. Like the cushions are the essence. Like the AC is the essence of the hotel.
So everything in the said hotel is what gives me the sleep I want. It's the carefree mindset. It's the 58-degree temperature of the AC. It's the sheets that are tucked in. The whole nine.
Ooh, you like to tuck in
being
the
tucked
hospital
in
corners?
being tucked in tight. Oh,
at the bottom, yes. Top,
that-
no, but like I like it. I like being in there.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I got to flip it under my foot so it's like a sleeping bag, but I tuck myself in.
Oh, yeah.
When
I don't get tucked in.
when you get tight tucked like a burrito, that fucking tickles hard. Oh, fucking shit.
It's good, dude. We're in the minority,
And
but
it's cold.
I enjoy
and it's
it.
cold.
Sounds like you're on board.
Put me to bed. Well, no, because now we're just sleeping.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So I get it, but I don't.
Hotel sleep. All right.
Yeah. Hotel
good.
sleep.
It's
All
not
right.
bad.
Silver medal round. This one.
Hello.
This one's it's gonna get a little sentimental.
No boy.
A little.
Oh, my God.
This one's
Is
unique.
this sleeping on your mommy's bosom?
Martha.
No. This one is called what I like to say or call the relationship cuddle nap.
Ugh.
Hear me out. No.
When's the last time this happened for you?
It's been a long time. So again, hear me out here. I have a theory. If you can actually fall asleep cuddling someone, big soulmate potential.
No, I get it. I did it. Still with her.
Still do.
It's the fucking worst.
But you get it, right? Like
I won't do it
get it.
only because
I mean,
of
I
her,
get
because
it.
she wants to sleep on the other side.
and that's what I said.
I
Would
can only have one
relationships
arm. If you want to lay on the
Oh,
left
yeah.
arm, I'm
No.
good. If you want to lay on my right, I can't do it.
would relationships last a lot longer
Vice
overall
versa.
if there was more transparency about not being comfortable while performing the act of cuddling and or sleeping? 100%.
No.
I can't tell you how many times I sit there subconsciously just fuming because I'm like, I am not comfortable and I am going to have to just sit here blood-eyed until the sun comes up so I can move.
But see, the problem is that it's so early on that you're going to do that in the relationship no matter what.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yes.
Hot take. I don't really care anymore. So, like, the fart and stuff, like, I let them rip. You know?
Well, then why are you red-eyed?
Just
Ladies,
a little-
he is single, surprisingly enough. I cannot stress this enough. He is still single.
I think you want to branch off of the relationship cuddle nap. If somebody can take a Dutch oven from you, wife them.
That's disgusting.
Take a knee
It's
right
actually
then and
worse.
there.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah,
like
they're
a
bad.
year into it, you're not going to put up with it anymore. You're just going to say, I'm not doing that. That's
Why
the
not
point.
just do it from the beginning? Henceforth, my argument.
Because nobody does that, because you're trying to
Trash.
put on this facade.
Change it.
Here's the thing.
Because at
dude.
some point you're going to say,
Nobody
I'm making
likes-
her happy.
Nobody likes falling asleep in each other's arms. That's rom-com bullshit. We'll get
But-
a 5-minute cuddle in,
Yeah.
and we're doing it, but then it's you go to your side of the bed, I go to my side
Exactly.
of the bed, and we fall asleep.
But then I feel like
But that's
there's...
not sleep. That's not a nap. That's just hanging out until one of us is tired. And
Yeah.
then it's like roll over. All right.
But I
let's go
think
to
there
sleep.
should just be more transparency with that versus doing the awkward, like, the guy lays straight on his back and then the chick tries to, like, fall asleep on top of him and then you're just, like, quasi-sweating but you're not comfortable whatsoever and she's just sleeping like a fucking baby somehow and you're like, how is this possible?
roll over. She's asleep. She's
Hey,
gonna go back to sleep.
You! Roll over.
You don't gotta say nothing. You roll over. If you make the initial movement, she'll just be like, all right. Okay, right.
But then I feel like you wake up and they're just subconsciously pissed at you and then that lingers for, like,
no.
6 days.
Because, again,
She's gonna be
on the other end of
pissed
that,
because now she has acne all over her face, sleeping on your hot chest.
It's hairy.
Yeah,
Ugh. Okay.
that's when she's gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
no, I mean, again, if she's on my right arm, I can do it all night. Doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
I
Like,
see-
The early on in our relationship where she lived with her roommate, shout out Andrea.
Shout out.
When we would go into her bedroom, her bed would be against the main wall, and she would be laying on the right side. I'd be on the left. I fell asleep every night with her laying on my arm. Well, now it's the opposite, and I tend to turn to my right. So it's like, you can't have my left arm and me turn to my right.
Right.
You're like a weird dancer.
And I told her, I was like, I have no problem if you want to do this, but we have to switch. But that would make her the first person to the door. And Lauren knows she doesn't want that in case anybody ever breaks in. They want them to be able to kill me first versus her.
The man of the house to be the protector. Weird. Foreign concept.
That's not what that means.
It doesn't matter. You know what? If somebody breaks into our bedroom, if I'm on the right or the left side, I'm going to react the same way. I'm sorry. If you're not fucking Jason Bourne, if you're just
Jesus
a random...
Christ. Jason.
Right, if you're just a random guy who got into my bedroom, I'm okay. And I will take the 99% chance that's not going to happen and cuddle you. So just get on the right side.
All right. Well, that wasn't my fault for going over the time limit, so I blame that on Scur. Scur, what's your silver?
I mean, I didn't think...
Cuddle sleep. Terrible, dude.
Right, you're going to make fun
Terrible
of the
sleep.
hotel sleep and not get the essence
No,
of it?
because
You're talking
again-
about cuddle sleep?
But you're missing the point.
You said you didn't want to do it, but it's your best somehow?
Second
Second
best.
best.
The silver lining, because if you can do it, sheesh.
Okay.
No.
Anyways.
If you can do it, you're just fucking tired.
Right.
Hey, I don't like you, but I'm just fucking tired.
Yes.
Are you my
I
soulmate?
sleep.
Yeah. But obviously.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. What's your silver pussy?
So again, and I preface this that I don't take naps. They just...
You are missing out on just a fucking piece of life that
Man.
fucks.
No, I just can't
He's
do
your
it.
dad. He ain't got nap time no more.
Yeah.
Put the kids down. Then take a nap.
Literally.
That should be one.
Ironic enough, I don't want to say preparing for this pod, but I actually tried to take a nap last Sunday,
Yeah?
and for like 5 minutes, and then one of my kids
They hit different.
screamed in my face and just woke me up, and I almost punched my 7-year-old.
Because she comes around and
I
she...
said, "What are you doing?"
Was it Piper or Parker?
Parker,
Parker
she's 7.
7.
Because I bet Parker was like, this guy's having the most fun ever. I need to be doing this. Dad, get up. How do I start
No,
doing
because
that?
we went from literally like wrestling around on the ground. We were playing around, joking
Yeah.
around, and I was just like, okay, I'm kind of tired because I had cut the grass and all this, and I just like, hey, I'm gonna lay on the couch for a second.
Yeah.
And I did that for 5 minutes.
I'm
and
going to
then
shut my
she
eyes.
just
But
yells at me.
you keep playing.
But to my point, so
Go ahead. Sure. You're silver.
I do think it is not only Sunday, but it needs to be raining. The windows need to be open, and you need to be laying on your couch for a Sunday afternoon nap.
Well, somebody just
In
picked
the
my
rain.
goal.
I know. Like, dude, you just... All right.
That's your second?
That is
Fuck.
my second.
You're
That's because you
fir-
don't
I-
know naps, pussy.
Yeah, I was going to say, your gold's going to suck then, dude. Oh, my God. Okay.
You're an idiot.
No, that's a good pick.
That's a
Because
great pick. That's an
arguably-
absolute great, probably the greatest.
that's what my... What do you want to... If a nap is a nap, then what is sleep? Is a full sleep what you would call it? My full sleep is what you just described.
You just go to sleep then? Because like that could be at noon on
No,
Sunday.
because I'm saying when I go full sleep, rain sounds. I got the whole fucking
Oh,
rundown.
I can't have rain sounds. Anybody that falls asleep to noise, they're stupid.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
That's nice. You don't know naps though, so who
I
gives
fall
a
asleep
shit?
to the TV.
Yeah.
Well, that's different to me.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Dute.
Yes. When you have your phone playing a sound.
Fire, dude.
Get
It's
over
literally.
it.
I can put together. We talked about it before. You can put together so many cool sounds, but I don't.
But you
think-
can also you should be able to fall asleep without it.
No, freaks
I'm
me
a
out,
man without it.
dude. I can't. If I can hear like myself think and like I start thinking I'm hearing shit. Fuck that, dude. That's I don't want
You
that
start
sleep.
thinking about hearing stuff?
I don't like that.
I didn't like
I
saying
do-
that
Travis'
sentence.
No.
voice is in his head. He's like, I gotta shut
'Cause
the
I do
voices
that-
out.
Everybody's done it. I don't give a shit if you guys haven't, because you have. You do the thing where you're like in bed and you're like, you start looking in a corner or somewhere, and all of a sudden it's not so dark, and you're getting like the fucking, now I can see.
No. I don't
And then
know
I'm
what
like-
you're
Yeah,
talking
nocturnal.
about.
Yeah, and then I'm like, what the fuck's that over
Your
there in the
pupils are
corner?
dilating, just letting it in. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, now I see. Is that a face?
Yeah, dude.
But if the rain sounds are happening, that doesn't happen?
Fuck no, it doesn't happen in the slightest because I am at ease. I am at peace. It is
Oh
raining.
my gosh.
I am
Turn your brain
good.
off.
I've tried. It's tough. But no, that's sorry. Little tangent.
Sounds like I have the best of the silver medals.
Here's how Travis falls asleep. I need noise.
White noise. No, there was one. Okay, last thing. There was one of the Friendsgivings we had here. It was the classic. Just went too long, and people were in my apartment until the next morning.
Ooh.
But somebody did the thing where they put on house music, and it just stayed on the entire night. But we were so drunk.
What is house music?
Like, just imagine that, and then like kind of a more rappy vibe, and like maybe a chorus. It's just like yeah, ooh.
At like 6 or 7 a.m.
Yeah, it's.
Oh no.
But I'm like,
I'll call the police on my own house.
So I need the right white noise. I don't need house white noise.
Anyways.
Yeah, sorry. Tangent over, way over. Let's get back on track. Dad, what's your silver?
It's the car ride Nat, man.
Those fuck.
Yeah. And it's just for the same reasons as Travis. It's literally the closest thing to teleportation that we have.
Yes.
I close my eyes in Indy, I'm awake in Fort Wayne, and I'm like, yeah, baby.
Bet. Yeah.
And I feel a little energized. Might have been my second sleep that I just got.
So, okay, then that brings
I don't know
up...
what that's like because I never get to do that because I always drive.
But no, so then that's what I was going to ask you, because it brings up a great question. Where do you think you get the best car ride sleep? Is it shotgun or left or right window?
Depends on the car. Depends who's driving.
I say, are we? If it's assuming it's just like a normal car or smart SUV, are we 4 deep? Like, is every spot filled?
Yes.
If
For
every
five people,
if every spot's filled, it has to be shotgun.
Then
Okay.
you're shotgun and you're the worst co-pilot. But those are the breaks, man.
Yeah,
Shout out my wife.
my wife. Yeah, I would argue sometimes being in the middle, I don't even care, because I'll just be like, dude, you already know what's about to happen. I'm sleeping on your shoulder.
Yeah,
I'm going.
I mean, if you get middle,
No.
then you
Yeah,
get
we are
then
not.
you get rights because Daddy's got big thighs. So these things are. I'm
Spread.
just, boom! I'm on top of you.
Yeah.
That's how that's gonna go.
Okay, I respect it. All right, here we go. Gold medal round. This one, I kind of bummed. Scare took a lot of
took all of it.
the passion. I put it's the sheer exhaustion couch nap. So,
Well, that's different from a Sunday rainy nap.
I agree. So I put here, hot take, this nap will always produce maximum drool. What do you think?
I mean, the sheer exhaustion nap.
Yep.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I wake up and that bitch is a fucking
Oh,
puddle, like damn near like a bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. I said it's the feeling of your eyes being so heavy you can't stay awake, even if you wanted. Even if whatever you're doing is just goated. Like, say you're watching a show and you're really into it, but you're just that tired that no matter what you do, like, you could be watching Endgame for the first time, and it's like, that's how you know you're tired.
No,
Because Endgame's awesome.
tired doesn't cut it.
Which,
You will stay up.
teaser for a little bit of the hot take. But I put here, it's arguably the only sleep where I require nothing. No blanket, no pillow.
No nothing.
Clothes can be on, clothes can be off. Like, I don't have any sort of like variables that have to be in play for me to go to sleep when I'm that tired.
Well,
And
that's just exhaustion.
that's awesome.
That's
Like, when
not
you're
awesome.
when you're that
That's
tired,
terrible.
that's awesome.
That's terrible.
That's the second sleep.
That's
It's not.
That's full sleep.
This guy just have a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Being exhausted.
It was.
And then he says, "Oh, my best sleep is when I'm absolutely disgustingly exhausted."
I love
Your
it.
body's gonna literally shut down if you don't sleep.
No, and that's why I sleep. It
Yeah.
makes
That can't
you.
be the best sleep. That's not.
Oh, it is, because
Oh.
I
That's
go
not
into
even relaxation.
I go into pure like lucid dreams. Shout out Juice World. Like, it's insane. He's a rapper.
Sure.
He made a song called Lucid Dreams.
Of course you do.
But like,
He's dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But it's one of those where you can hear stuff going on around you. You can you're present, but you're not, and you're in dreaming, and you're not. Like, it's fire. I love all of it. I love every single part of it. It's my gold. Sheer exhaustion.
So,
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Your gold, man.
My gold.
Follow that one up.
I literally put hard labor / exhaustion.
Boom.
But I also have a caveat though, because again, I don't take naps, so I even actually take it a step further, because I went back to when, like, I had wrestling practice on the weekends, and I would come back to where you're thinking about taking a nap, and then your eyes do that thing like where they're just dropping, but you don't give in, and you stay up, and then you fall asleep later on that night.
That's when you get a second win.
That's
like,
that
miraculously. If you could fight that sleep,
That's
first
what it is.
head nod,
That's
then you
the
get a second
sleep
win,
I'm talking
and then you're
about.
like, all right,
Correct.
Now I'm
When
in it.
you are, whether you did like 4 hours of yard work in 90-degree weather, and you come in, you're exhausted, but you don't give in, and like bedtime's 4 hours from now or 5 hours from now, and when you put that head on that pillow, it is
Out like a light.
oh my goodness. And again, it's probably similar to yours, but I just added
It's
a
the
little bit,
exact same thing.
But no,
It's the exact same thing.
you're just
You
like,
just chose a bed and I chose a couch.
well, I think you just give into the first one. I'm saying like when you're exhausted.
Pretty sure I said your eyes are so heavy. Oh, but you didn't. Okay.
You didn't
Correct.
give into it.
Right, and you
Oh,
don't
okay.
give in. Because it's not a nap. This is
So
the
heavy, he's
sleep.
not a pussy.
This is the sleep.
Pussy doesn't sleep next to the door though.
Right. And again, that's the one where, I mean, again, some of the characteristics are the same because it doesn't matter. I could be sleeping on a 2x4 or a 8,000 thread count.
You're ready to
sheets.
be out.
You're just done. And when the
Yeah.
lights go out, they just go out.
And I'm
Yeah.
spent. Yeah, it's
And it's nice. When your body physically now is just like, hey, I don't care what is offered to me. I'm doing this, and you have no say in it.
it's goated out the back.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Gold.
Hits way different. Duh.
Boom.
Well, now I gotta change my gold because Skirt fucking took it with his silver. Now I can't be my gold if that's his
Off,
silver.
off the riff, off the
It can
cut.
be. It's a good one. I bet the majority of people would side with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll one up it, I guess. If we're going like best sleep and conditions,
Yeah.
Mr. Hotel Hobby over here.
Yeah, paint me a
So-
picture. I want to see it.
It is. I'm freshly showered, moisturized.
Love it already.
Molly just changed the sheets in the bed. It is thunderstorming. It's probably 11:30 at night.
Oh.
And I'm crawling into bed. She's got the TV on already.
Sheets are warm. You're cold.
Oh no.
Come
No,
out of the shower.
opposite.
Sheets are cold.
Sheets are cold, baby.
Sheets are cold.
Just changing it. I assume because I thought you
no,
maybe
like,
washed
she
it. so
like
it come out
changed
of
them during
dryer.
the day. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're frigid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blanket, cold. Sheets can be like room temp ish, but pillow, ice cold. You slide in that thing. Rain just on the glass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm out like a light.
And then all you need is just a machine that makes like whale
Fuck
sounds.
that, dude.
And you're
So-
there.
loves
so, like,
it.
when you
Molly
get in-
hates falling asleep with the TV on, but if I fall asleep first, she's turns
Yeah.
that thing off.
As she
Because I'll wake
should.
up in the middle of the night and I'll be like, oh, and then I'll turn it off, and then I can fall back asleep.
Oh, what the fuck?
So when you get into bed, like with like freshly changed sheets, or just you haven't been in it for a while, so it is that cold.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you like move your legs crazy so they warm
In
up?
the wintertime, I do.
Because I did the same
In
thing.
the
Like,
winter
Tira's
time.
like, what are you doing? And I just
You
do
gotta
my
go
legs
crazy legs.
for the
No.
viewers on
Crazy
there. You're
legs.
just like,
I don't want the friction. I want the cold.
oh
In
no.
the wintertime, you gotta
Nope.
get the you gotta get
You
the
have
No.
to. Psycho.
Knowing that I'm gonna be cold but warm, fire.
like
Let that sink in.
I like it once I get into bed
Nagi.
in the wintertime, it's move your feet really fast just to get the initial shock done.
Yes.
But then it's like, okay, slide my blanket over just a smidge, flip my pillow, now we're ready
Oh.
to rock. I just need to get my body acclimated
Just as
to,
cold
my,
as the other side of the pillow.
to my senses around me, and then I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
now we're dicking.
Yeah. I love being cold under blankets. Sheesh.
no, it's just like when I started taking cold showers,
Yeah.
I would put my head in, and it gives you that initial, like, your eyes kind of go in the back of your head, like where you kind of almost lose consciousness for like a second,
Ooh.
and then you're just like, oh, okay, like now you're good, and you just put your whole body in. You're like, you're up. It doesn't matter if it's 4 a.m. or 7 a.m. You're just like, oh, I'm good.
Checks out.
But it's the same thing. Like, you get in there and just like, oh, I gotta get something moving
Yeah.
here.
Hey.
If I shower in the morning, like my last 30 seconds of my shower is just turn the heat all the way off.
It's so
Blast
good.
ice
No.
Yes,
Blast
it
ice
just
cold.
hit.
Psycho
Everybody
behavior.
should
No,
take
I'm
a
telling
cold
you,
shower.
dude, it's actually like medically proven.
It
like,
is.
to help you out.
Medically improve these nuts. I don't. Mm-mm.
Of course, you don't care. Why would you care?
Again, ladies, single. He's
Yeah.
a catch.
Uh,
I'm looking at him.
So here, my H&M, my honorable mention, I had one, and it's actually a non-honorable mention. It's
It's
sleep,
when you don't sleep.
it's sleeping outside on a roof under a rug.
Ew, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I did that last summer. It was a
I know
wild,
what you did last summer.
and it wasn't pretty. Wild ride.
And I know we said it pre-pod, but we'll just throw it out there as an honorable mention, and I think it will make most people's list, is probably the post-coitus sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
That's good sleep.
that's a lot of people's...
post-coitus,
Post-coitus,
nut.
post-nut, clarity sleep. Oh,
Just-
yeah.
But I feel like it's also more for, I don't want to say the female than the man, because I feel like for me, after that act is done, if I get up or clean up or do anything, I'm not tired anymore. Like, I'm not just going to go right back to bed.
I'm just
But if
hungry.
I'm just there, then I'll fall asleep.
I'm just ready to eat.
So it's conditionally based.
I'm very
Skirt
much
sleeps in the wet spot. Shout out.
Fine.
no. I'm very much so. Like I need to get a drink in me and then like a sandwich.
And then you go to sleep.
And a Sammy.
Yeah, I need like fuel.
Full belly sleep.
Yeah, I just
I think like there's a couple honorable mentions, man. Just like the power nap that people take at like 2:30.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just the mid afternoon instead of like a coffee.
You want-
grab a couple Z's.
talk about like the highest risk, highest reward nap would be the one that you take leading into a night, knowing you're going out,
Oh yeah.
and just banking on that you'll wake up at 9:30 rejuvenized.
If you don't, then you're like, I guess I'm in
Well,
for the
see,
night.
I was going to
Guess
put
I'm
this
in.
Full
on
sleep,
there.
full
I
sleep.
I didn't know if it was going to make the list or my honorable mention, but it was mine. Day drinking nap at like 4 or 5 p.m. because
Oh, yeah.
it could
Yeah.
just turn into the whole night, or you could wake up and be like, oh, it's 8 o'clock and now we're going to do something different, and I get a double dip twice, day drink and go out for the night.
That's though where
Because it's a good sleep too. I don't care what
Yeah,
happens
but-
before or after. It's a
but
good
you're
sleep.
you're rolling the dice on waking up with like a hangover, and I don't want that.
That's where you push through.
Well, that's why I didn't make the list.
And then you just chug a beer right when you wake up.
There
Sounds
we
like that was the top 3.
Top 3 naps.
Top 3.
Yep.
Naps. Goated.
Here we go. Second change.
And we're back.
But hot take time. Hot take brought to you by Baby Rose Barbecue. Great meat, greater guys. Local competition barbecue team competing for 7 years total. Northern Indiana in the Kansas City Barbecue Series, offering custom orders and catering options. Check them out on Facebook. Message them for more info. Baby Bros Barbecue.
Good meat.
Baby Bros barbecue. With barbecue sauce.
You got a deep
I don't know if you could say that.
You got to get deep there. Okay, so hot take. Again, I've come full circle on this. So I was debating on what to say because
scooters.
no, that is actually going to be another one we talked about, like running back on
Yes, reliving hot takes to see if they still hold up.
because that one would
Scooters still
hold
suck.
It is. It's a long-winded answer, but
No.
Fast and the Furious movies are only good because Paul Walker died. Comma.
What?
Comma. The Mission Impossible franchise is actually better. Hot take.
Well, those are two completely separate things.
Or are they the same?
No,
They're
those don't have to be in the same sentence.
Similar.
One is Mission Impossible is better than Fast and Furious, and then the other one is the Fast and Furious episodes are better because Paul Walker died. Like, those are two completely different thoughts.
Are you saying the movies are better now because of the nostalgia that Paul Walker is dead?
It's one of
Like
those.
when he was alive, people were like, "Oh, this movie kind of sucks," and then all of a sudden he's dead. Now they're like, "Oh man, all right."
Yeah, like I really think they
It's been a long day.
and arguably we did the song make it even better. Like it just is smoke and mirrors. But no, I think Paul Walker's unfortunate death could not have come at a better point in their franchise run because they were at their apex. But I even say that with hesitancy. Is that a word?
It is.
Rhymes with residency.
Heavy heart.
But you look back on it. So I wrote it down. Fast and the Furious originally came out in 2001. Too Fast, Too Furious in 2003. Horrible movie when you're considering movies.
It's bad.
Pockets
You
ain't
mean
empty,
the one
cuz.
with Paul Walker. That's strictly Paul Walker movie.
Where he's trying to
But he
act
makes
black.
them
Like
better?
for the majority of the movie, it gets
But he
weird.
makes them better.
I said forget about it, cuz. It's so bad.
He had
I
to
told
act
you.
When
We
the
know.
next to Tyrese.
when the movie started with, again, their drag racing, which is a whole nother point that will get brought up towards the end of this, and the one chick hits a ramp and goes, "Yeah, smack that ass." I was like, this movie's going to be B-rated at best. Like, this movie fucking sucks.
Bad.
Ja Rule to screaming Monica.
How does Paul Walker make these movies better when the standalone Paul Walker film is the worst one?
Well, no, so hear me out, because then it goes to Tokyo Drift in 2006.
The
It
worst.
Takes best, arguably.
Oh my.
Oh my!
Hot take
That's a
within
hot
hot take,
take.
yeah.
That's a hot take.
Takes a 3-year hiatus, and then this is when they start the revamp, and it's Fast and Furious, and then it's Fast 5, Fast and the Furious 6, Furious 7, the one where Paul Walker dies. All of those kind of built up to they're getting a bunch of people. It's becoming like the Expendables, but it's the Fast and the Furious universe, and somehow between movies 4 and 7, we went from stealing TVs and DVD players to the United States government calls them when something's going wrong. And
I don't
it's
even
like,
think it was 4 through 7. I think that was just the first one. Like, it even got escalated in the second one.
it was still just Paul Walker and them at least just driving around in fast cars, like stealing stuff from a drug lord. Like, still not...
A drug lord.
But I'm like, okay, whatever. But you know what I mean? It's like you blink and all of a sudden they got expert combat training. They all know how to just shoot guns like it's nobody's business.
Paul Walker's in the FBI. Brian O'Connor, FBI agent.
FBI.
I am an FBI agent.
Female body inspector. Do you not get the cup?
This is your fucking wake-up call. Either way, so it gets to the point where I did, in fact, watch the most recent one. The F9 is what they titled it.
I'm sorry.
I
won't do it. I
it's
can't.
so bad.
And I think, honestly, that's the point you're trying to make, is that the movies have gotten so bad that because Paul Walker's dead, the audience is waiting for some sort of closure in the movies because, yeah, he had a little drive off. But to my knowledge, they haven't actually acknowledged that, right? Like
He's still alive.
No,
Right.
he's still alive in
Right.
the series.
So they're just
and
like,
at the end of Fast 9,
what's going to happen?
he shows
up.
up. He shows
Oh, my
up.
gosh, they did that? That is
Yes.
just terrible.
And that's, I guess, my whole point
And
is
that's
like,
it is,
Skyline pulls
because
up, and
you're
just like-
waiting for the Paul Walker cliffhanger or something, so you tune in to watch it, even though you know these movies are going to be bad.
we're doing that. But yeah,
Fast and the Furious
I can't,
is
it's that
doing
bad.
their thing that we were getting mad at Marvel for, and just building and building and building on top of each other. And you're just like, okay, this is what we did last movie. What are we doing now? We're going to space, baby.
Right.
I
Spoiler
guess,
alert, F9, they go to space.
well, no, so I guess my whole point and logic with it is these movies, people would assume, at a broad scope, it's like the stock, the love of these movies is just like going up, up, and up. No, it's fine.
Okay.
When really I think it's on the downswing.
Oh,
Like,
there's no doubt
stock is
about it.
plummeting. Like
I would say Fast 5 to Fast 6 is where it peaked.
exactly, and that's where I don't understand is like then Vin Diesel takes it so serious to where he's like, this is my actual family. I just saw some post today where they just hired some lady to be his grandma in X10 or whatever they're calling it,
Hell yeah.
Fast X, and I'm like, brother, I think at this point nobody gives a shit.
It's called Fast 10, your seatbelts. Let's do it.
Fast 10 your seatbelts, but no. So then,
so good.
but then to go with the other half of my argument, Mission Impossible was, I don't want to say kind of doing the same thing, but the first three, they all had different directors and they all were kind of doing their own thing with it. The fourth one, Ghost Protocol, gets a guy named Brad Bird. One and done's it, but they start a new direction with it essentially. And then from there, it just fucking takes off. And I feel like these movies are just not only great action movies, they're
Did you
just
watch the new trailer yet?
yeah, the
I
Dead
haven't
Reckoning.
I haven't
They're just good.
Well, I think
I think they're just different movies.
yeah, because with Mission Impossible, I think they're all independent of each other.
Like they're all together.
No, but like I'm saying, like when you're like after the third one,
Yeah.
they really took off, and I'm like, the second one I loved,
Oh, a lot of people did.
but that's the thing, like critically acclaimed, people hated it, thought it was a terrible movie.
Well, it's the John
The
Woo.
Chimera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chimera.
But it's like with the Fast and the Furious, they have the same characters, the same plot lines. Like with Mission Impossible, you get some of the same characters, but Ethan Hunt for the first 6 movies didn't have the same female lead. It was
Right.
always different. He had Benji or Vin
Yeah.
Raines, but like you didn't need to watch 3 to know what was happening in 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where with Fast and the Furious, outside of the second one just being literally by itself.
Well, I mean, you still had to
I'm
because
sorry,
Tyrese is in it.
Tokyo Drift.
And you need to watch Tokyo Drift now. And
Well, you didn't need
Fast
you,
9.
No, you just need to watch the end of the one where it shows him going back.
But no, they brought the people. They brought our quarterback, our boy, and
He's-
Lil Bow Wow back.
Anyways.
Yeah.
But other than that, like you're like, oh, these are people. Like there's
Well,
a
the last
storyline.
2 Mission Impossible played off each other.
Yeah.
Rogue Nation and then Fallout.
Right.
Yeah,
So
those are
good.
they all play off each other
Because
now.
I think they needed to know, like, hey, we need some
Yeah.
sort of story arc. Because if he's like,
They
hey, you
need,
want to
like,
make
the
this
opposite.
10 or 11.
Which one was it? What were they called?
Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, and then it's Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Part 2.
What was the
Chimera.
no, the dude,
The dude.
the anti Mission Impossible unit that he was like going against.
Oh.
5 and 6. What were they called?
I forget.
Okay.
Hot take. I don't know.
Anyways.
But no, I think if you really look back on it, because I was even thinking about when Fury 7 came out, and it was like, this is fucking incredible. It was like, was it incredible? Or when you really think about it, it's like this movie kind of just makes no fucking sense. Like, the premise of it, and I get it's a movie, but they just had a fucking great-ass song made because it was Paul Walker's, he's dead. And then...
It's not that great of a song.
Oh, I think it's fucking incredible. But then then Paul Walker dies, so everybody's like, "Oh, this is in respects to him."
That's
like,
the Jason Statham one, right?
Fast
7?
No,
Yes.
I don't know.
It is.
See, again, I get them all confused, and it's just like
Yes, it is.
It is. I know.
the idea behind them is just it's mystifying to me. To where at least with Mission Impossibles, and like I brought up the Mission Impossible part because it is like two of the bigger franchises that are going on right now, and just because Top Gun's next week, but like Tom Cruise at least gets it. Like he's putting in the effort to make like actual good movies. Like the Fast and the Furious movies, there's no way they're making them and being like, this is kind of plausible. Like this makes sense.
But the Mission Impossibles are plausible.
It's in
They're
the title.
supposed to be impossible.
He
Possible
literally
missions.
does crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we'll get to that in the
Because
Top Gun
it's
week.
one
Save
person,
it.
not 8.
But I brought up here some fun facts. So the earnings total for the Fast and the Furious franchise is $1.5 billion.
That's all 9.
Yeah, that are
Okay.
currently out. What do you think the Mission Impossible franchise is at?
1.9.
I'm gonna go 2.4.
1.1.
Ooh.
So Fast and the Furious is winning 3 more movies, but they're winning. Then I did a fun little game of the highest grossing franchises of all time. You want to take a guess
Star
on?
Wars.
That is number 2 at
Marvel.
10.3 billion. Marvel's at 25.5 billion.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess what the
They
other ones
also
are?
have 27 movies.
Well, yeah, and I thought it was weird
Multiverse of Madness.
that trash. That they
800 million. It's closing on 1 billion people.
that in the top 10.
I was right.
They also put just Avengers movies in the top 10 for franchises. Like, I don't
Nice.
understand that.
Love it.
So I kept it out.
This is just the Avengers.
What do you think number 3 is?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is number 9,
Harry Potter?
5.8 billion.
Oh, yeah. Franchise
Harry Potter, number 4, 9.2 billion.
So, hold on. What are the first two?
So you have Marvel at number 1, Star Wars at number 2. What do you think's number 3?
And Harry Potter's 4.
4.
3 is going
It's
to...
easier than you think.
Jurassic Park.
Nope, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Really?
Number 5 also does impossible missions.
Regardless of it...
Bond. James
Oh,
Bond.
that's true.
Yeah. Then the Fast and the Furious franchise, X-Men, number 7, and then Batman.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, Batman kind of fell off. That's barely in the
6
top
billion. I
10.
think they're okay with that.
That's right.
Anyway,
Anyway,
that's just all bad.
Paul Walker
right?
dying
Yeah.
did not make the Furious franchise better.
It didn't.
That's
Made it
at
worse.
the root. That's your hot take.
It
It's
made
just
it
it's
worse.
not.
I
The movies weren't good,
but I guess
but it didn't make it better.
it's
It was
almost
Fast 5.
If Paul Walker was still in the franchise, it would have been better.
Yeah.
correct.
Period.
It was Fast 5 when Dominic Toretto unhooked Paul Walker and then just dragged the safe by himself on the highway and used it as a wrecking ball.
He's like, you have family.
With
You're different now.
precise precision.
Yeah,
It
never
was just
doing this before.
smoking every cop car, but missing all the civilians. And then I was just like, okay, now we're in fucking La La Land now.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you thought 4 was nuts? That one? I was like, all right.
Yeah,
now
5
I'm-
changed the game. When you
I'm
saw 5, you should
purposely
just know.
here just to see the shenanigans.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anything after
Rock
5, you're
came
just
in.
like, anything can happen.
The Rock.
Everything that he says, I'm like, I'm done listening to you, Hobbs. And Hobbs and Shaw,
Hobbs.
don't get me started on that one.
Didn't even
Terrible.
watch it.
It was a excellent action movie if you put it on mute. But if you have to listen to Statham
And their
The Rock
banter,
go
it's
back and forth with
cringe.
one-liners, I'm just like, I can't handle it.
Hot take, though.
What?
Statham versus The Rock. Give me Statham all day.
I don't know.
Destroys him.
You get him close combat, it's tough because you just.
I don't
He
think it
picks him
happened.
up,
The Rock would just
slams
sit
him.
on him.
I mean,
But no, I mean, it literally got to a point, too. So, like, picking off moments. The Rock is in the hospital and just rips his cast off his arm.
hey,
Stud.
And
Daddy's
then,
got to go to work.
and then just goes back into full-fledged
Yeah.
combat. And I'm like, these are tough.
Yeah.
These are really tough.
Paul Walker needed to be in the franchise.
So then you could argue my hot take is correct.
I do not agree with
Paul
you.
Walker dying made the franchise? No.
So yes, then what you have is a hot take.
I have 2.
Nice.
You guys have none. I don't know what that means.
If you have terrible opinions, yeah, I can come up with terrible
Hence
opinions.
hot takes.
But that's...
I don't know if you guys want to weigh on this because it sounds like
Well, I guess let me go, because I thought
people
I had
die and make things better.
But that's what I'm saying. If Paul
No,
Walker...
they were
intense
already
thing to
on
say.
the downhill, so people... I get what you're saying because people tune in because they're like, how are we going to figure out what happened to Paul Walker? Are we going to see Paul Walker CGI'd? So it brought this weird, unsolvable mystery to what these already crazy movies happen. So I get why you would initially say it, but
No.
the movies were
That wasn't
already...
it at all.
Well, the movies were already going downhill, so the fact that he died didn't help it at all.
There's no mystery. He drives away, and they're basically just like, hey, you're going to go have family life, and we still all...
You just told me in Fast 9 they show him.
Because he comes back.
They show the car. His car drive up.
Right.
Not him personally.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So if they
He's
don't kill him
technically
off
in the franchise, he's
the
still alive.
the viewers are still going to think, what are they going to do with Paul
It's always
Walker?
his brother is supposed to play a...
Yeah,
Correct.
but the whole point from Furious 7 when they send him off, because Dom drives off all sad, and then cue the greatest song of all time.
Oh,
not that it. Hot take, that's not it.
I know it's not the greatest song of all time, but you
Okay,
play that
thank
scene
you.
and you will cry every time. I guarantee it. They drive off because they wanted to do it like in a send off in a peaceful way, like they don't want to
I'm
kill
getting
him.
ready to drive off this.
Yeah, I get
duh.
it, but you're not understanding what I'm saying because you think there's like this mystery to it, and it's like, no, the movie's just bad. But like, did Paul Walker dying kind of hide the fact?
If the movies are getting worse and he died, how is him dying making them better?
I'm
I
saying
don't get
overall as a franchise,
Right.
people ride with it
No, why?
because he's dead.
So they're saying like they have this entitlement because it's like, oh, my guy died, so I have
We
to
got to keep going.
I have
If
to
you're
stick
saying-
this out with this shitty franchise.
If
Yes.
you're saying
So
Paul
if he was
Walker
alive,
died,
people wouldn't be watching these movies?
I'm saying I don't think they'd have the traction.
They're just going to give up. People that have been diehard 1 through 6 are going to be like 7 through 10, I'm out.
Because then the next
Paul's
thing you
still
know, they're
alive.
going to pump out a Too Fast, Too Furious. And it's like, oh my God, what did we just do here?
buddy, I'm watching.
Did you
them
watch
regardless.
Furious 9 because Paul Walker died?
No, I watched it because it's just in the franchise, and I'm like,
That's
Boom,
that's
there
our
it is.
point.
There it is. You're
Paul
just
Walker
gonna watch
dying
it.
had nothing to do with the franchise still being relevant.
it did.
It didn't. You just said it didn't.
All right, we're out of time.
So, yeah.
Hot take. You guys will understand it one day.
It took long enough, but we got you there.
No, I'm pissed.
If you're
Anyways,
saying that Paul Walker dying like made people more interested in the franchise,
yes.
then I guess.
Yes.
No!
Yes.
You just said you watched 9 and it was awful because it's just a part of the
But
franchise.
that's not what you're
Because
saying.
literally, the wordplay here, this is going to be disturbing. It's like a car crash. It's really bad and gross, but I got to watch it. I got to see it.
I'm going to watch
Why
it
is that
regardless.
gross?
It had nothing to do with Paul Walker dying.
Yeah.
I already
RIP.
watched
Yeah,
7
there's
of them.
nothing
You think
else.
I'm not going to watch 2 more, 3 more, 15 more?
Well, I
I'm
mean-
going to watch them all, dude.
It's coming from the guy where Tokyo Drift is arguably my favorite one.
Yes,
But at
that's
least it's
a terrible
still
take.
at least it's still grounded, and they're drifting up parking alleys.
Your takes are grounded. Go to your room.
I'm just saying, man, the movie's got fucking out of whack.
Yeah.
Thanks
So
a lot,
did
Paul
that
Walker.
shit.
So did
That's
episode
why you
42.
watch it. That's
Yeah.
why you
Episode
watch
42
it.
got out
to
of
see
whack.
what they're going to do. How are they
All
going
right.
to top space?
It's 11 p.m. We got to
It's
stop.
Jurassic Park. Fast and Furious Worlds Collide.
Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, they are doing that.
And we're done.
That's
And
gonna
we're
suck.
done.
We
All
start
right.
talking about dinosaurs and cars. The
Episode
pod's
42,
over.
people. There it is.